What's going on, guys? Today we have a slightly different kind of review. We've done a lot of IBO, we've done a lot of Double O for sure. We got a little into a couple other universes, but we have yet to do any of the age kits. And, well, I don't have a whole lot of them, but I have this guy. Now, if you're a fan of Age, which most people honestly aren't, uh, you would know that this is the Age 1 full Glansa, and it is from the end of the series, so going into kind of the final battle. They re-armored the original Gundam of the series with basically all kinds of new tech and armor, but yeah. So one cool thing, just quick bio on Age, you get a three-generational story. So you get grandfather, son, grandson, all together. You get to see what happens in each of their short timelines, and it's pretty cool. So the Age 1 in and of itself is actually one of my favorite Gundams, and the MG is one of my favorite master grades, if not one of the best master grades ever designed. This HG kit is really, really awesome, and we will look at that, of course, here in a little bit when we get done with the box. So you get a great shot here on the front of the full Glansa right here, shooting off giant beam cannons. You get the H2 Darkhound and the Age effects back here. It's simple but effective, and I like on Age they do a lot of the white background for the most part, and you get a little bit of space back here. You get the little Age logo there, HG Gundam Age. One core scale, full Glansa, which we're not entirely certain what Glansa means. I'm sure somebody will tell me in the thing. And then you get a whole bunch of tiny writing right there. I'm not going to bother reading it. It's just basically saying it's a plastic model. And hey, this was made back in 2013 and illustrated by one of my favorite artists, of course, Morishita Naochika. That's awesome. Let's look at the rest of the box real quick. Fun to build Gunpla. That's funny. So, of course, you see the runners there, front and rear shot. This guy is pretty colorful in and of its own right, despite the kind of purplish color it goes for there. You get some armaments, action and armaments. Things do stuff, guys. You got weapons, you got backpacks. I really don't know what this is supposed to be. There's a gimmick there, and I honestly don't know what it is. I'll show it off whenever we get there, but I don't know what it's supposed to be for. You get a great shot of it here in shooting, and a great shot of here with some beam sabers. That's pretty cool. And then, of course, you get a little shot of head there. You get BandaiHobby.net, and of course, repeat of the box art, except now the FX and the Darkhound are by each other. That's actually kind of cool. They just rearrange it. And this is number 35 in the Age series. That made that really small. Interesting. Oh, hey, and it's the shape of the Age device. That's kind of cool. I like how they did that. Alright, we got Bandai, of course. Come down here, and you get a read-up of everything. H2, H3, H1, who knows what this actually says. I'm sure that says H1 full Glansa. Little read-up there, probably telling you how it got updated into this. You got a great shot there of everything exploding around it. That's pretty cool. Yeah, there's the Age effects there and the Darkhound there. That's kind of cool. Warning, of course, don't let your 3-year-old stick anything in there in your face. Other warning, little guy on the toilet, you know what that warning is. And about 1,600 yen. I think I paid probably just a little bit more than that. Sorry, Flit. Your Gundam is upside down, though. Alright, that's it for the box. It's actually a relatively simple box for maybe the 2013s. Alright, let's go ahead and open it up and take a look at it. Alright, now we've got the Age 1 full Glansa out of its box, or rather the display, and yeah, this thing is looking beefy. And you guys know I kind of like my big beefy armored Gundams, and this one is no exception, because look at this thing. I think full Glansa is almost basically just saying it's the full armor version of the Age 1, because this is basically just full armor. It has extra armor bits, extra weapon bits over the standard Age 1, and it's just really awesome. I think essentially what Flit did when he got to this point is he just took all the technology he had created by this point all the advancements for the other Gundams, and he put them all into one. So you get the extra armor here that came on the later Gundams. You get these great big beam emitters, more than likely off of the H2, what was it called? Double bullet. Yeah, so you get some nice big beam sabers here, and you get these great big weapon jetpack things on the back that probably came from the H3 orbital, I think it was. Not the Fortress 3 orbital. Both of them have some really, really cool weapons. Looking at this guy again really makes me want to get into some of the age kits, especially the HGs, because I didn't do a whole lot of the MGs realistically. And this guy has plenty of articulation and a few little gimmicks here and there, including the fact this is not one but two Gundams kind of in its own right. So let's take a close-up here. There's not a whole lot going on detail-wise, but let's look. So you get the great age kind of V-fin on the helmet there. You get the little bitty kind of... They have interesting cameras in here, but this one's gold for some reason. It's not green like it was in the earlier series. And he's got some yellow eyes in there. The Age 1 is one of the closest representations of a Grandpa Gundam ripoff of like any of them. And we'll cover that in a little bit. As for other stickers, there's a few. Let me look here. Okay, so you get some black stickers right in there just to make those vents sort of look like something. And I do believe these skirts were already separated. I don't think I had to do that. You get some black stickers back here. I don't know if those are technically supposed to be thrusters or they're just holes. I really honestly do not know. You get some nice foil stickers back here and up here. I guess I could have painted that if I really wanted to go that far. I did add some paint detail, like right in there and on the inside of the cannons, because they are supposed to be dark. So I did that. And I think I got some silver. Yep, got some silver in there as well. You can just sort of see it. So this guy was a really fun build. I bought it kind of on a whim because I do like the Age 1, and this is one of the only versions of the full Glansa that does exist. And I wish they just made an add-on for the Age 1 MG. Like, maybe there's a resin kit out there for it. I don't know. I do know that Dan the Plastic Man really does like this version of the Gundam. He doesn't really like any of the other ones, to be totally honest. Actually, there are a couple other stickers. They're just back here behind the knees. I'm trying to think. Is there? It's hard to see. I can't tell if there's stickers right in there or not, but there might be. All right, let's go ahead and we'll talk articulation, and then I'll start showing off some of what it can do and other accessories. As usual, we do get the full kind of rotation of the head. That's nice. Oh, it does have a camera sticker on the back of the head. Very interesting. All right, and you do get the standard double ball joint polycap neck, so it can turkey neck real easy. Yeah. You do get these really cool, nice cutouts for the shoulders, although the armor gets in the way a little bit. It does get some good forward shrug. Yeah. You do also get a vertical cutout, which makes it nice for tilting up, but unfortunately this shoulder armor right here does hinder the upward reach a little bit. So we can turn this way, but we're not getting a really good height teacher. We're just kind of getting this. So it's kind of a left turn signal, I guess, if you're riding on the passenger side. Hand signals, guys, hand signals. All right, you do get bicep rotation. You can't go all the way around when the backpack is installed, but if the backpack's not there, you can. You actually do get a really nice double jointed elbow, if it'll actually do it. There's so much in the way. So this is one problem when you have lots of armor, guys. It does get in the way of maneuvering things. So this entire big arm weapon is actually hindering the articulation inside there, but really nice forearm maneuvering. You do get, of course, the ball-jointed wrist as usual. Now, this one doesn't have it, but the MG has a feature right here in the forearm that is my favorite feature on any Gundam, and not many others do have it. And that is forearm rotation to allow you to pose really, really well. I wish they had done it with these little kits. It wouldn't have been that much harder. And I'll show that off whenever I get to the Age 1 on a Master Grade Monday. So, yeah. That's the arms. Let's see here. Do we have an ab crunch? very, very like limited. Oops, sorry, I'm messing with the back skirt. You get a little bit of an ab crunch right there. You can rotate all the way around since the backpack's not hindering the lower half of the body, just the upper half. You do get the flappy side skirts. You do get flappy front skirts, and you do actually get flappy rear skirts. Of course, I'm going to leave those connected, just way easier. Let's see here. We get down to the legs. You do get some of that slightly more modern gimmick where you do get the hip twist, like so. You do get thigh rotation. You can go all the way around, though why would you? You can come up almost infinitely, so you can really get a straight 180 out of that. You can go back as far as the backpack will allow you to, which is pretty much a 180. And let's see here. Let's see how much bend we get out of this double jointed knee. Not much because the leg armor does get in the way. Can you do a full Jean-Claude? Let's see. Let's see how far those side skirts will get in the way. Probably not too bad. You can get a really good Jean-Claude. That's not bad. He's shooting you with his side skirts. And then you do get nice little ankle armor movement there. I think it's just kind of pegged in. Looks like it's just a ball joint right up in there. No kind of toe point. These foots are pretty much solid foots. Yeah, I said that. You do get some ankle tilt. That's always good. We like ankle tilt. You do get rotation all the way around. That's actually, if you really wanted an different looking foot, you could just turn the foot completely around. And that's about it for articulation. Now this guy does, of course, have some great weapons, as I already sort of discussed. These great things, they both shoot and are beam sabers. So you do actually get some great beam saber effects that just plug in right in there. Actually, I did add a tiny bit of paint right there. That's pretty cool. And I guess around the edges. You know, sometimes the paint add-ons I do, guys, I can't even detect because they're so subtle that, you know, you don't even notice them. That's kind of the point. Like, you don't want it to stand out. You just want to know that it's there. Is that in the way? Yeah, I guess it is. And these are actually pretty much the same as the beam sabers for the MG, so that's pretty interesting there. And they actually have the cool square slot instead of the like round peg. I actually kind of prefer that a little bit, but I like this look. It's just ready to slice and dice vegans or vegans. Sorry vegans, I meant vegans. But that's pretty cool. Oh, and these do pop off just about like that, and apparently I shaded the inside of that. So yeah, those just peg into the forearm just like that. A lot of other things also peg in like that. Oh, let's see. Okay, sorry, I had to look at something off camera just real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and remove these just for the time being, make my life easier. I didn't want to remove that, it just came off. Although I will be showing some of that off in a second. I think it just clicks on, doesn't it? Where does it slide on? Sorry, it's been a while since I built this guy. It was probably a couple months at least. Yeah, because it was in our old apartment. There we go. Yeah, those are just kind of on there. Alright, let's talk about this big old backpack. Now you do get just a really nice flight pack here. I think I painted that. I can't tell. It's darker. It doesn't look like it came molded in that plastic. But these, of course, are not just thrusters. They are, in fact, very large beam cannons. And they are posable. You do have a nice ball joint right here. And you do have a full-on swivel right there. So you can tilt them forward for full-on forward barrage mode. Just, blah, just whatever. Destroy all the vegans because Flit was very, very angry as an old man. Cool thing is you do get some nice handles here. They will just slide right up in the hands with a little bit of finagling, honestly. Come on, get in there. There we go. And you get the other side. This guy has some cool poses you can really get him into. Mostly big shooting poses, let's be honest here. This one seems to be a little trickier. I don't know why. It's just, maybe there's an extra nub there that's just in the way. There it goes. So you can get some interesting poses out of this because the arms do allow for some extra movement, and because of the way it works with the ball joint and the swivel in the back, And with the ankles. Those ankles he has on the front of his arms, guys, it does actually get into some cool poses. Some nice shooting things. Let's go a little bit choke up on the bat here, guys. There we go. I do like the fact you can just slide that in there. You don't have to take the hands apart to use the weapons. That's pretty awesome. And of course you do get the full effect when you have all of the beams weaponry attached. There's a slot right there. So it is pretty cool, guys. I do like this version of the H1. Like I said, I wish it came as an upgrade to the master grade, because honestly all of this is just add-on bits for the standard H1, and I'll show that off in a second. You do actually get some standard beam sabers, if I can get them out of here. If I remember correctly, could be wrong. That should just swivel out, right? At least on the master grade, they just swivel out. Okay, I'm gonna pull that off. Sorry. Okay, so that's where he keeps his beam sabers normally. On the master grade, they just kind of swivel out, and you can get to them that way. Oh, there we go. That helps. If you actually try to remove it, it does work. So those are just kind of stuck in there. You do get beam saber, and you do just stick it in like so. Though I don't recall him actually using these. Maybe he did like right at the end of the battle, because if you've got the giant beam sabers, why would you need to relegate to the smaller ones? So you can in fact get that kind of look going on, but only with two, because it only comes with the two beam blades. Sorry. Alright. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this apart. What did I do with that side skirt? I set it down. That's funny. Okay, hold on. I'm going to stick this guy on the stand right quick. Of course, he does have the standard little crotch peg. Stop it. There we go. Where are you? Okay, side skirt. Beam blade out. And tuck that right back in there. And put that right on there. Now, like I said, you do get this guy technically as two Gundams in one. So, because, as I said, these are all just armor upgrades, you do just strip him down. Come on. Boom. I do wish those were on a, like, rotation peg or something. So we can get this whole giant backpack right off of there. Okay, move the stand out of my way, make my life easy. That pulls off that. Oh no! Because if I remember correctly, at the end of the series, he ends up shedding all of his armor and he's just in his normal Gundam. Like right at the end of the final battle, things just kind of came down to that. He just got stripped of his armor. I really hope those stickers aren't like holding everything together. Oh, they're not. Okay, good. Okay, and you already saw that come off nice and easy. Well, that one came off. There we go. And then these are little two-parters. Because the cool part about Age is that he kind of invented like all of his new stuff. With the Age system, it would scan the battle or whatever was happening, interpret whatever was actually needed to improve and to win, and it would come up with it. So he kind of put in his own parameters, I believe, and made up all the new bits and pieces for the full Glansa. Come on. And there we have the Age 1 by itself, just completely stripped down. And this in and of itself is still a really, really cool kit. I do like it. The only thing that lacks is, of course, he does not have the Age logo right in the middle, because by this point he did not have the Age system anymore. It was in the Age FX. So, let's see here. I gotta get this arm pegged in all the way. There we go. Yeah, the shoulders are just kind of not all the way tucked in. So, and of course, because you do get the ability to have normal Age 1, you do get his old school Age 1 shield. This is excess in the any parts runners, but since it gives it to you, why not use it? And then you do get his old school Dodds rifle. This thing is so cool, guys. I like this thing. It was like one of the first things he invented, or the age system really came up with. You know, shoots a spiral weapon pattern. It's pretty sweet. How does it attach? I guess like that. Okay, and this one, I'm gonna have to take the hand apart. It does look like it's missing like the back end of the rifle. Am I the only one who thinks that? Like there should be more rifle there. But I guess that did not come in the kit. So we have only what we have. Oops, drop that. And I guess he can't hold it straight. He can only hold it at an angle. Either way, it looks cool. And actually, this is one thing that the Master Grade does better, because this actually plugs into the back of the arm. So this is actually pretty cool. So you actually do get the original Age 1 for the most part, kind of stripped down. I do love the design of the shield and how it kind of has an upside down A on it. I've always liked that. And those are the other stickers. For some reason the Age needed to have black knees. No idea why. That's just the design of the guy. Now he does come with a new like open left hand for whatever reason. I guess he's got to grab at something. And it's at an angle, so it's really interesting. So he's like, no. I will avenge you, somebody. No. That is actually really, that's a good pose. I don't even know how I manage that. I'm going to take a picture of that real quick. Did you see that? No? Okay. It's actually a really, really good pose. I didn't mean to. I accidentally came up with a good pose here. No. Not that. So that's going to be it for this guy. Now you started out, of course, with the full Glansa, and now we're back down to the Age 1. And I love the fact that you can do this, like that they didn't give you like a bespoke kit. This is one of the first ones, I guess, where you can completely strip it down. Now I don't have, say, the Spallo or the Titus, so I don't know if there's an ability to strip those down as well or convert them. Because, of course, the gimmick with Age is that the body could add on different legs and arms and weaponry, and that was it. Like, the core stayed the same. Now we just have, like, just a disaster of parts laying around. Jeez. I'm going to zoom in just on his face like this. Just, no! Get that out of the way. I'm having fun with this, guys, because this is interesting. Let's go ahead and just remove that, so now he's just fretting about life. He's like, no, no. Yeah, you guys get to watch this unfold on camera, because it's funny. I'm just entertaining myself at this point. There we go. Alright guys, that's it for the Age 1 Full Glansa review. I hope you enjoyed this. Go and get this guy. He's really cool. I'm pretty sure he's still available out there somewhere. I'm thinking about getting the rest of the variants just for fun. So yeah, remember to always keep on building.